Information, they say, is key. And by key, do well to join us every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 10 a.m., 1 p.m., and 4 p.m. live on Facebook and on YouTube. We are Cedarwood Luxury Online Radio, Nigeria's first real estate radio.
Virtually everyone is talking about Billionaires Gulf City by Cedarwood. You've probably heard them say that it was sold out in 10 days. As far as real estate in Asaba is concerned, Billionaires Gulf City by Cedarwood is the best thing since sliced bread. If you missed acquiring a parcel of land in the maiden phase of the series, Billionaires Gulf City by Cedarwood 2 is here. Same neighborhood, same design outlook, same plot options and more features. Billionaires Gulf City by Cedarwood 2 promises twice as much the experience. Subscribe today.
Hello everyone, my name is David, Programs and Broadcast Coordinator for Cedarwood Luxury Online Radio. Would you love to feature on any of the Cedarwood Luxury Online Radio program? Do well to reach out to us via the number right there on the screen, irrespective of who you are, what you are, where you are, and what you do. The Cedarwood Luxury Online platform is available and open to every one of you out there. So if you love to feature on any of our Cedarwood Luxury Online Radio programs, do well to reach out to us via the WhatsApp number right there on the screen, and boom, you'll be in the studio to speak with us. Do well to reach out to us now. Dear esteemed clients and PBOs, we want to take a moment to express our deepest gratitude for your unwavering commitment and patronage of Cedarwood Luxury brands. Your trust in us is the cornerstone of our success, and we are incredibly thankful for your continued support. We are excited to remind you of Cedarwood Luxury Radio, Nigeria's first real estate radio. As a token of our appreciation, we will be celebrating your birthdays live on our radio programs. We encourage you to ask your friends and family to tune in and share in the joy of your special day. Our engaging and insightful programs air every Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays at 10 a.m., 1 p.m., and 4 p.m. From interviews with industry experts to discussions on the latest in real estate, there's something for everyone. We look forward to having you and your loved ones join us on Cedarwood Luxury Online Radio as we continue to bring you exciting and informative content. Thank you once again for being a vital part of our Cedarwood Luxury family. My name is David, Programs and Broadcast Coordinator for Cedarwood Luxury Online Radio. Hi, my name is David Ibiam. Come with me as I take you through a journey of all the goodies P1 Plus has to offer. My man. If you're meeting us for the first time, we are a multiple award-winning real estate company with a track record of excellence and great customer satisfaction. And here is a list of the estates and locations prices that we have.
A whopping sum of 3 million naira gets you a plot of land at Billionaire Colony by Cedarwood.
Billionaire Resort by Cedarwood is still selling at 12 million naira.
Billionaire Island by Cedarwood Phase 7 is still 7 million naira. Take advantage of this price before the price review.
Billionaires City by Cedarwood is currently 20 million naira per plot, and Billionaires Island by Cedarwood Phase 4 is 9 million naira per plot.
So you can get a slice of 464 square meter at Billionaire Resort by Cedarwood Phase 2 for as low as 7.5 million naira right now, up until August 6th, after which the price changes to 12 million naira. Thank you.
Billionaire Island by Cedarwood Phase 8 is still up and selling for 5.5 million naira.
Also selling is Lush Garden Phase 4 Extension Aba, going for 3.5 million naira. You can also get Cedarwood City Phase 2 Owerri, going for 5.5 million naira. All right, beautiful morning, Lagos, Nigeria. Welcome to a new week. Welcome to a new month. Welcome to a new day. Yes, it's the second day for the month of April in the year 2023. Trust you had a wonderful night rest and hope your Monday morning is going fine as planned. It is the first official working day of the week. Trust you also had a wonderful, wonderful rest over the weekend. It's Nigeria's first real estate radio, Cedarwood Luxury Online Radio. We are the luxury lifestyle of Lagos. We are the luxury lifestyle of Nigeria. Of course, wherever you are, under the very sound of my voice, if you're excited and you're super happy to see this beautiful day, to experience a new week, a new month, and a new day, I want you to make a joyful noise wherever you are. Yeah, make that noise in the comment section, either live on Facebook or live on YouTube. My name is David, and I come your way Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays live on Facebook and YouTube to bring to you amazing, informative, educative, and also entertaining programs, all right? From real estate discussions to political updates, business, every and anything that is worth listening to and worth talking about. Yes, I bring it your way Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And it is such a delight to come your way this beautiful Monday morning with what Nigerian newspapers are talking about, which I'm going to bring to you shortly. Do not forget to like, to comment, and to share so that everyone around you will be part of this beautiful session, this beautiful Monday morning. This is the platform, the program that brings to you, or that brings to your awareness, that draws your attention to what Nigerian newspapers are literally talking about. We talk about stories making the rounds. We carefully select a few. We look into different stories making the rounds, of course. We carefully select a few of them. We bring them to the fore. We talk about them and also give you the opportunity to talk about them as well. And this beautiful Monday morning is not an exception. Do well to be part of the conversation. Also, WhatsApp, the numbers are right there on the screen. Reach out to us. Any of the stories that we'll be presenting to you that is of interest to you, feel free to talk about them as well. We begin the show officially with a summary of what Nigerian newspapers are talking about, and then we segue to other stories that we've selected for discuss this beautiful Monday morning. All right, it's exactly 11 minutes past the hour of 10. Let us move. Yes, the very first story we have here says oil giant Nigeria National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL, on Sunday admitted that its financial strain may affect the sustainability of petrol supply. Its admittance came on the heels of reports that it is indebted to suppliers to the tune of about $60 billion. Number two, Nigeria and China will open high-level economic discussions today in Beijing. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who is leading the Nigerian delegation, arrived on Sunday morning to the warm embrace of his host. If not for table talk, I would have been there, but I have to present the show to you, all right? Number three, the Chief of Defense Staff, CDS, General Christopher Musa, and service chiefs got a marching order on Sunday from the Minister of State for Defense, Bello Matawale, to relocate to Sokoto State over the spate of terrorist attack in the state and the northwest. All right, they are to supervise operations from the state and eliminate the threats of banditry, kidnapping, and terrorism. Number 4, a leading traditional ruler in Rivers State is the honor. Sergeant Chidi. Okay, I'm not sure that is Sergeant, but Sergeant Chidi, I would say, has faulted Governor Siminalaye Fubara action of when he removed him as chairman of the Traditional Rulers Council. Eze, I would say, decried the aspirations cast on him by the governor, who described him as unsteady at the time he was battling for his life, lying in the intensive care unit ICU at the hospital. All right, number 5, the trial of bad governance protesters will begin in Abuja, Kano, Kaduna, and Borno states today. The Deputy Inspector General of Police Intelligence, Dasuki Galadanchi, has disclosed. The DIG disclosed this at the just ended annual General Conference of the Nigerian Bar Association. The Bauchi State Police Command has confirmed that 2 people are missing after a passenger boat capsized in the Zindiwa River, located in Gamawa local government area of Bauchi State. 3 passengers were rescued following the incident, which occurred last Saturday morning. Number 7, quickly, there are indications that the Dangote Petroleum Refinery is set to roll out the scale of petroleum motor spirit, otherwise known as petrol. This is coming a few days after the 650,000 capacity refinery engaged in a test run of the products. And then number 8, the Joint Administrations and Matriculation Board has disclosed that 21 candidates with fake IJMB results were recommended for 2023 admissions by various institutions. JAM, in a policy document obtained by our correspondent in Abuja, noted that 12 out of the 21 candidates were recommended by the Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria. All right, number 9, 2 brothers in their early 20s abducted and raped a 14-year-old girl in a Rima community in the Egbama Ndoni local government area of Rivers State. On Saturday, it was gathered that the girl was walking along a lonely path in the community into her uncle's house when one of the hoodlums, identified as honest in connivance with his other sibling, Mr. Okwekwe, whooped on her. Quite unfortunate. Number 10, the dynamic duo Radicals comprising Fem David and Mikey has been evicted from the Big Brother Niger house. No loose gases, and the eviction followed a tense nomination process where 4 pairs were put out for possible eviction by their fellow housemates. All right, that's a summary of what Nigerian newspapers are talking about. And at this point, we segue to other stories that we've selected for discuss this beautiful Monday morning. Do not forget, you can be part of the conversation via Facebook Live or YouTube Live, and also WhatsApp platform that is readily available. I'd love to hear from you. Send a voice note, send a message, put a call through. Let us talk. Do not forget, we do this every Monday. Yes, we do this every Monday. And of course, we try as much as possible to draw your attention, to bring you and make you become, and just draw your attention, make you become aware of some, stories that newspapers are reporting, and also make you become informed and become aware of some of the things going on around you, stories that Nigerian newspapers are reporting. Now, as we all know, and for those that don't know, the Table Talk Show has been divided into different segments. Every first Monday of the month, we bring to you on Table Talk stories making the rounds, Nigerian stories, different stories from various news newspapers. All right, we do that every first Monday, and then second Mondays we bring to you news stories, and this time around from foreign scenes. And then third Monday we bring to you a summary of let me just get that so that I don't while I wait for I have a little network movement here, so whilst I wait for that to fully load, I think all right, so on Table Talk, every first Monday, like I mentioned earlier, we bring to you selected news headlines, from different newspapers in Nigeria. And then second Mondays, we bring you topical conversations on current affairs, all right? Topical conversations on current affairs. And then third Monday, we bring you topical conversation, and this time around foreign affairs. And fourth Monday, we bring to you debates, and then headline stories as well. All right, I have a little network challenge here. Let's see if if I can still get this out of the way. Oh my God. All right, let's quickly take this very first story here from the Vanguard. Paternity test, 27% of Nigerian men not biological fathers. Vanguard is reporting something very strong this morning. All right, let's Smart DNA, a leading DNA testing center in Lagos, has released its comprehensive 2024 report on DNA testing trends in Nigeria, covering July 2023 to June 2024. This report unveils several astonishing findings that shed light on societal dynamics, economic factors, and changing family structures in Nigeria. The report, which was made available to the news agency of Nigeria, NAN, in Lagos on Sunday, showed that paternity uncertainty remained high. According to it, 27% of paternity tests conducted came back negative, indicating that more than 1 in 4 men tested are not the biological fathers of the children in question. It also showed immigration test surge, indicating that the jackpot trend was high. The report noted a significant increase in DNA tests for immigration purposes, growing more than any other test type. As more Nigerians seek opportunities abroad, the trend also suggested that a growing number of parents and dual citizenship were processing paperwork for their children's immigration. On regional dominance, the report showed that Lagos dominated, a reflection of economic disparity. An overwhelming 73.1% of all DNA tests were conducted in Lagos, with a stark divide between mainland 67.5% and island at 2.5%. The concentration highlighted the economic divide within Lagos and across Nigeria, raising questions about access to such service in other parts of the country. It also showed that the Yoruba ethnic group accounted for 53% of tests, followed by Igbo 31.3%, with Hausa at only 1.20%. Commenting on the report, Elizabeth Digger, operations manager at Smart DNA, said these findings offer a unique window into the changing dynamics of Nigerian families and society. The high rate of negative paternity tests and the surge in immigration-related testing are particularly noteworthy. They reflect broader societal trends that merit further discussion and research. The concentration of testing in Lagos also raises important questions about accessibility and awareness of DNA testing service across Nigeria. Amazing. Now, I want you to report to me now if you faced any DNA saga, or you know anyone that has encountered or faced any DNA saga, in the sense that what I'm trying to say is probably you know somebody that did DNA tests and got to discover that his or her daughter, for whatever years or how long or how many years that child may be, actually, I mean, the man or the woman actually got to find out that most especially from the male side, actually got to discover that the child that they've been fathering for so many years is actually not theirs. If you have any case like that, probably personal, or you know somebody, I'd love you to share with me via the comment section, either live on Facebook or YouTube, and also send me a voice note, a WhatsApp message. You can also put a call through. Let's quickly take our very next story. We have a little challenge loading some of the stories online, but then we'll just maneuver and improvise and see how we'll be able to overcome this very challenge this morning. Okay, let's quickly see our very next story here. All right. All right, so for the fact that it is taking so much time, it is it is taking so much time, and loading of the stories I intend to bring to you this morning is taking time. I'll just have to improvise quickly and then just switch to my mobile device right in front of me. All right, this very next story here says Lagos mandates integrity test for buildings 10 years over. I mean, when I saw this very one, I said, no. This is what's talking about. This is what's talking about. I had to select and say, no, we must talk about this. Now, let's go. I'm reading from This Day, all right, This Day online. Lagos State will henceforth compare all long-standing buildings from 10 years upwards to conduct integrity tests to their buildings, after which they will be presented certificates of fitness and habitation once certified okay. The general manager, Lapska Arch Bolahan Oki, stated this in a statement issued yesterday by the head of Public Affairs Unit, Lagos State Materials Testing Laboratory Agency. All right. Also, no building in Lagos will be constructed without the developer going through professional vetting by the Nigerian Institute of Structural Engineers. This is a professional solution to protecting lives and properties in the state through insightful collaborations in averting building disasters often induced by deliberate unprofessional habits of erecting structures. Henceforth, no building can be demolished without the authorization of NISTRUCTI certified engineer. To make it work seamlessly, the government formed a synergy between the Lagos State Material Testing Laboratory Agency and the Lagos State Building Control Agency to enhance erecting of structures with integrity across the metropolis. Great one. I mean, this is a welcome development. So all buildings that is over 10 years from henceforth we go through integrity tests. We go through tests to ascertain the strengths and the ability of that building, so that we will not have people die unnecessarily as a result of building collapse. All right, we'll take our very next story here. Still in Lagos, residents rejoice over reopening of Lagos discount market. All right, great. Residents of Ikoyi Obalende area of Lagos State on Sunday expressed joy over the reopening of the Onje Eko discount market initiative of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu's administration. The news agency of Nigeria recalls that the state government had on Wednesday announced that phase 2 of its Onje Eko discount market would commence on Sunday. Earlier in March, the government had successfully implemented phase 1 of the market across its 57 local government areas and local council development areas. The temporary market operated on Sundays to provide selected food items at a 25% discount. A non-correspondent visit to one of the market locations, a former nursing school ground, Awolowo Road, Ikoyi, showed residents in a queue to purchase discounted foodstuffs. Also, there was orderliness as people took advantage of the reduced price of food items. A resident, Mrs. Janet Obi, who lauded the initiative, highlighted the significant savings compared to regular market prices. All right, great one. What's your take on this very one? What's your take on the very first story we brought concerning the fact that the very first story talking about the fact that buildings that has been erected or buildings older than 10 years or buildings that are 10 years and above will from henceforth go through mandatory integrity test. All right. And then the reopening of Onje Eko, which is discounted market for Lagosians. But then the question is this also applicable, or is it also is it exclusive to the island part of Lagos? What about the mainland and some other environments in Lagos? Most of the times we have majority of amazing things happening on the island. What about the mainland? Do we have that also somewhere on the mainland? All right, let's take our very next story. And this one here says, reading from Premium Times, it says, NNPC groans under heavy debt as suppliers halt fuel supply amid scarcity. As Nigerians lament the ripple effect of fuel scarcity across the country, the nation's oil company, the NNPC, continues to groan under the weight of huge debt owed both domestic and foreign suppliers for petroleum products. Sources familiar with details of the matter told Premium Times on Saturday that there appears to be no solution to the fuel crisis in the short term, as suppliers are being owed $6 billion by the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited. In a development that could worsen the fuel crisis in the coming days, source said vessel and truck owners have slowed down on supply and imports amid mounting debts. Others who have petroleum products in their depots are slowing down supply to tankers. One of the major suppliers told Premium Times. And inside that told Premium Times that the debt situation is so critical and constitutes a major threat to the NNPC's fiscal survival and indeed Nigeria's energy sufficiency plan. And yeah, that reminds me, when I was coming to work from the mainland this morning, I discovered a very long queue coming from just heading towards Oroshoki now. There's this Northwest fuel station. My goodness. And majority of those on queue happens to be Uber drivers. I noticed that majority of them on that queue were Uber drivers. On a Monday morning, as early as 6 a.m. 6 a.m., yeah, as early as 6 a.m. A very long queue. And I also noticed it at some other fuel stations along the road. And, that reminds me of what I said last week. We are gradually, Nigerians and Lagosians, we just have a way of adapting to to new things. We just want to adapt. We just have a way of adapting. So it is like Lagosians, we are already adapting to this free scarcity of a thing because everybody is just silent. More just the push, more just the go, more just the grow. All right. Yeah. Now, still on petroleum. This one from the Punch says Dangote Petrol ready for rollout. All right. Dangote Petrol ready for rollout. If we have Dangote refinery working and supplying fuel, and other refineries in Nigeria working well and supplying, there would be, not even might, a reduced, a high reduction in this scarcity of petroleum of a thing. People not going to do shakara again. Are you pondering what I'm pondering? What do you think? Let's talk. Now, this one from Punch, it says Dangote Petroleum Refinery is set to roll out the sale of petroleum motor spirit, otherwise known as petrol. The Punch can report authoritatively this is coming a few days after the 650,000 capacity refinery engaged in a test run of the product. Industry sources confirmed to our correspondent that the product would hit the market soon. The sources who plead anonymity told our correspondent that the government and Dangote Group were working out modalities for circulation of the product. The government source hinted that the sale and distribution of the PMS is being sorted out with the federal government. The source added that only the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited would be authorized to sell the Dangote fuel at the moment. Recall that petrol from the Dangote refinery was supposed to have been out since June, but the refinery battled crude shortage and entered into a brawl with the Nigerian midstream and the downstream regulatory authority, which accused the refinery of producing substandard diesel. All right, we'll keep a close eye on that and see how that unfolds at the end of the day. Still on petroleum saga, passengers lament as Lagos drivers louts raise fares. I mean, what do you expect? Ordinary rain will fall and cost of transportation would go high. Rain, no, not to talk of this thing. Passengers lament as Lagos drivers louts raise fares. Okay, I'd love to hear from you. How much do you spend going out or going to work initially, and how much are you spending now? So, for instance, from here, Ajah to ShopRite or Crown Estate or Vintage, usually it's 500 naira. Now it has entered 600, 700. Also coming down from Vintage, from that Vintage Axis Crown Estates down to Ajah, 700. No more, no less, 700, from 500 to 700. And I used to learn that the price used to be 300, around 200, 300 before it went up to 500. And now we're talking about 700 naira. So how much do you usually spend for transportation? Probably from your house to wherever. What was the old price and what's the current price? Still on the punch, passengers traveling into Ogun State from various parts of Lagos State were stranded on Sunday as levy collectors, commonly known as Agberos, louts hiked transport fares at the Beggar bus stop. A Punch Metro correspondent who monitored activities at the bus shared on Sunday observed that the Agberos were informing incoming drivers from Lagos who parked to pick up passengers heading to Arepo, Magboro, Ibafo, and Mowe in Ogun State of the few fare prices. Passengers, including worshippers and children returning from church, were seen stranded, pleading with drivers to reduce the transport fares. Our correspondent observed that drivers charge commuters traveling to Mowe a flat fare of up to 1,000 naira regardless of whether passengers intended to alight at any of the stops along the route. The previous fare prices from the bus stop to the mentioned areas were 300 to 400 and 500. However, when our correspondent arrived at the park around 3 p.m. on Sunday, drivers charged up to 1,000 naira for the same journey that was 200, 300, 500. A passenger named Adewale heading to Arepo had refused to board the bus, charging 700 naira to Mowe, but was left in shock when the fare was further raised to 1,000 naira. However, he lamented that after the vehicle departed, subsequent buses were instructed by the Agberos to start charging 1,000 naira for the trip. Agberos are also influencing the price of transportation. To be very, very honest with you, these Agberos are really, really influencing the price of transportation, which is absolutely senseless. Doesn't make sense at all. Doesn't make sense at all. Let's move on to our very next story, which is all right. We have a video. Yes, quickly, still on the petroleum saga. There's a video that is about 6 minutes long that we want to take. It is a conversation with Femi Falana on Channels TV, which is the conversation is on petroleum sector policies and emerging issues. Let's hear what Falana had to say. Let's hear what Falana said on Channels Television. An interview with what's his name now? Sheung, yes, of Channels TV. We'll be right back.
So I'm worried. I don't know if you are. The statement released by the NNPCL today looks like some kind of disclosure on one hand, and want another kind of disclaimer on another hand. And I mean, I don't know if I'm the only one reading in this manner. It looks to me that the NNPC is telling us that there is trouble brewing, and the NNPC is going to come out now to say we have problem funding the operational cost of supplying PMS. Now, it does look to me that all of the fears that have been envisaged as to the pricing of the commodity is now being evidently put in our faces as a people, because if the market forces should determine the price of that commodity should not have remained the same since last year, May, when the president announced the removal of subsidy. We know what it means when you are not subsidizing and market forces are determining, and we do know that the exchange rate, the naira, is falling so badly to the dollar to about 1,600 from about 700 last year. It does mean something that as the dollar is appreciating against the naira, the price of that commodity should be rising. But that has not been the case. Rather, we are seeing more queues and more queues at the filling station. Agreed that government is not responsible largely for that product which you have left, according to the PIA and its dictate, to the market forces. An essential commodity like that is scarce in the country, shouldn't a responsible government be talking every day to the Nigerian people? Shouldn't the government be seen on the street monitoring the supply of this product? Or what exactly? Am I the one that is overtly sensitive to this matter, which now I see more fear in the NNPCL statement, Mr. Falano?
You see, Sean, as I did say earlier, once the government begins to speak about affordability and sustainability in response to growing queues in filling stations, there are problems. And when you also consider the statement of the Minister of State in the Ministry of Petroleum Resources that the government can no longer sell fuel at 600 naira per liter. At the same time, we are being told that subsidy is gone and the government is no longer subsidizing. But again, we are told that we are still spending a colossal sum of about $10 billion per annum to subsidize. So somewhere Nigerians are not being, there's no full disclosure on the part of the government. But this time around, with the statement coming out from the issue by the NNPC today, it is high time questions are asked by Nigerians. For instance, it is high time the importation scam was investigated. And I'm not talking of the joke that is going on in the National Assembly. Nigerians must now, the media must help. Civil society organizations must help to expose the fraud. Seun, I'm not sure you know how many people have bought a car in the last 1.5 years. Even second-hand cars. The point I'm making is that the number of vehicles on the road is being reduced. Yet we're told that during the days of boom, the NNPCL was spending, subsidizing 68 million liters of fuel per day. Now that there are problems, there is scarcity everywhere, there is poverty everywhere, new vehicles are not on the road, we are still paying for 68 million liters of fuel. Whereas before this regime came on board, a Comptroller General of Customs challenged the NNPC during a Senate hearing, public hearing, that it is not possible for the amount of fuel that is said to be smuggled out of the country. That we man the borders. Because you will need about 2,000 tankers to take out the amount of fuel that the NNPC claimed that was being smuggled out. What has changed? So this is the time to expose the monumental fraud that has characterized the importation of fuel in Nigeria. But again, as I did say, new refineries are going to take off in September. The Dangote refinery will start refining PMS, crude oil, and after we're going to have fuel in September. We're also being told now that the Port Harcourt, Warri, and Kaduna refinery will also take. In fact, the NNPC has now announced that it will require some people to help them manage those refineries. So we cannot be having this development unless we are being deceived.
Mr. Falano,
and then you are talking of increasing the price.
All right. Well, a lot has been said, and if you ask me, now who I go ask. This is the point where we call it a day on Table Talk for this beautiful Monday. We'll be back again at 1 p.m. For a real estate market trend, a program, a platform. Yes, the program that brings to you the latest trends and happenings in the real estate industry. God bless you, and I'll see you again at 1 p.m.